guys, it's Taylor from Clarity Magazine, and I just wanted to chat with you about something that I probably need to hear more than you guys, and that's about anger. And the reason I need to hear this more than you guys is because I was actually in a row last night with someone that I really care about. It's all fine now, but the reason I was in a row is because I tend to have a little bit of a short fuse, a little bit of a temper. You know, my friends and family are probably watching thinking, yes you do, and the first step to solving a problem is admitting you have a problem. But you know what, I'm not alone. It's apparently 1 in 4 women that feel concerned about how they act when they're getting angry, or feel that they get too angry too quickly. And so I just wanted to whistle through 5 tips to help us to diffuse our anger, or just make that fuse a little bit longer. You may have seen the tips in Clarity Magazine, but hey, it's always good to recap. I clearly need to. So tip 1 is about breathing. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh yeah, you hear that one all the time. But this one's actually about breathing out. And so we tend to breathe in a lot quicker and a lot more often when we get angry. And what that means is we don't efficiently breathe out the extra carbon dioxide that's in our lungs. And what that means is we end up getting more stressed and more tense because our body tells us that something's wrong, and we start to release stress hormones. And so if you're feeling like, you know, you're getting worked up, or you're just feeling a little bit aggy, try focusing on breathing out as much as you're breathing in, if not more, to release that extra carbon dioxide. And you should feel yourself chill out a little bit. Tip 2 is about just being honest. Now that's not just shouting in people's faces, but it is about not just feeling like you have to go away, deal with your anger, and not let anyone know how you felt that you'd been wronged or why you were upset. The Journal of Cognitive Science explains that if we try and think of a cover-up or don't express how we're truly feeling, our brain starts to release cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and we can get really freaked out, and our brain can start to battle itself as we start to cover up the reasons that we're feeling so worked up. So figuring out ways to be loving and ways to tell the truth about how we're feeling, whether that's writing it down or going out for a coffee. I mean, why not ask the people that you're close to, you know, how do you best receive how I'm feeling? How do you best receive those more difficult conversations? And then just go with that. That brings me on to the next tip, which is about choosing our words carefully. Now, you may have used the words always and never when you get into a little bit of a tiff with someone, and I'm the same. So for example, you know, you always forget my birthday, or you never listen to me. And actually those words can be really unhelpful, because realistically, even if it feels like somebody always forgets to bring milk home or never hands in their piece of work on time, it's probably realistically not 100% of the time. And so what we can do instead is start to phrase things differently. We can thank people when they get it right. You know, thank you so much for bringing the milk home, or whatever it might be. And that actually affirms people and encourages them to continue doing things that make you feel good, but also it makes them feel good as well. It'll actually start to change your outlook on the inside, because again, realistically, you can't be right all the time, and other people are probably trying to do their best too. So just try to avoid those 100% of the time words like always and never, and speak positively instead of negatively. So the next tip is don't get hangry. And I know we like to throw that word hangry around like a funny joke, but it is the real deal. Like, if I haven't eaten, I am a gremlin. So if you're feeling kind of tense or out of control, why don't you check the last time you ate, or maybe just have a snack, take a break. And it's also about what we're eating. So the European Journal of Clinical Investigation talks about the omega-3s found in fish, and oily fish to be specific, like salmon for example, which I love. These can actually help to reduce your tension, and many other studies have found that they also reduce aggression. So, you know, you can be tucking into your salmon and your broccoli, get that pasta in there, the linguine, be digging into some amazing food, and also helping you to calm down, which is amazing. So yeah, look for the omega-3s, make sure you're not hungry, and you should be alright. So the final tip is just re-evaluating our anger. You know, anger is never unexpected or something that is always necessarily wrong. But as I said before, it's just not an excuse to act like a fool, basically. And so as we start to acknowledge how we're feeling and looking at our emotions, it's just about taking healthy steps and making healthy choices to outwork that in the right way. You know, the Bible says in our anger we shouldn't sin. It doesn't say avoid anger altogether, you're never going to feel angry. No, it just says that we shouldn't do stupid things or things that go against how God instructs us to love others. And so as we start to make those steps, we can outwork it in a healthy way. Being honest, eating a bit of food, not suppressing our emotion, breathing, and just communicating well with one another. So I'm going to get to work on these. Maybe you'll join me. And if you have any of your own techniques or advice for how to just chill out, then why don't you comment below or share. Maybe don't passively aggressively post this on your angry friends wall. I'm not giving you permission to do that. Like, you need this. Don't do that. But do share. We love it when you do. It really helps us out. And yeah, we'll chat to you soon.